Good evening, Lisa. And today the council sat down with the mayor, the city manager, and assistant city managers to tackle the budget. The city says more than $2 million will come from property taxes than last year's budget. That's thanks to new property added to the tax roll this year. Amarillo city leaders are reviewing the proposed budget. Funding for public safety was discussed Monday. The Amarillo Police Department has 365 officers. They say that's below average for a city the size of Amarillo. The chief says the department needs at least 6 more officers.
In this year, most of the officers under our current budget requests, those are going to be mostly detectives. And because our detectives also need help too, as you imagine that as the city grows, so does the caseload on each detective grow, and so they also need help.
Chief Taylor says they also need more civilian employees to ease the workload brought on by a growing city.
You can just imagine that there's a great volume of property that comes into the police department, and trying to manage all that with just a few people is pretty hard.
More than $40 million is being proposed for the police department operations. Leaders say a city our size should have around 400 officers.
I think everyone on the council are committed to doing our part to ensure that. And it begins with having staffing up to a proper number of individuals. And so right now we're still under, ideally we should have something like about 400 police officers. And so we're trying to approach that by adding a few each year until we achieve that number.
Council members are also looking at the idea of forming a task force to help combat the growing problem of auto thefts.
I think we're rated pretty high for the number of auto thefts in the state. So what we're trying to do is get a handle on that. And that's why we're looking at this new people in the budget.
Yeah, the city council and city leaders will continue to meet for the rest of this week going over the proposed budget. Reporting from the Kennedy Broadcast Center, Drew Powell, ABC 7 News.